Good morning, students. In this class, continuation to the chapter heat. So we are going to learn about some basic terms regarding this, like evaporation, condensation, humidity, dew, fog. So regarding these terms, we are going to learn about this. So before going to learn about these terms, some general examples which was observed already by ourselves that we can see. So in that, among all these terms, first we have to learn about the evaporation. So before that, so few examples we can observe. So it might be noticed by you when we dry the wet clothes, when the wet clothes dried, after some time you will notice that the water in the wet clothes disappears. Okay, when the floor is washed, cleaned with water, so after some time that water on the floor also disappears. So what could be the reason for this? What happens to the water molecules present in that? And that even in the wet clothes also. So if sunlight, to the most extent sunlight is available, more sunlight is there means with that water molecules disappears immediately. Sometimes when there is no sunlight, then also we will try to dry the wet clothes. So if the wind is blowing with more speed, then also that water droplets present in the wet clothes disappears. Okay, that means even the rate of disappearing is also different. If the more wind is there, that the rate of disappearing of these water molecules will be more. Okay, so now what happens to these water molecules and how these water molecules are disappearing in these cases? So that is what we have to see. So before that, now let us see one small activity. For example, here we have to take two small dishes. Okay, two small dishes we have taken, like bottle caps like that. Okay, here we have to take spirit. Take 1 milliliter spirit here and 1 ml spirit here. We have to pour the spirit in the two dishes. And we have to place one of these dishes under the ceiling fan, and we have to switch on the fan. And the other dish is covered with the lid. So if you observe, after 5 minutes, the spirit in the dish which is kept under the ceiling fan without lid disappears. There will be no spirit. It will be disappears. And if you observe that the spirit which is placed in the another dish and which is covered with the lid, so we can find some spirit. So here what happens? Here there is no lid, here there is the lid. So here this spirit, after some time, this spirit disappears and we can find some more spirit. Some spirit is left in this. So what happens and how these molecules are getting disappeared here, that's what we have to see. Okay, and this we are going to learn in the case of evaporation. What could be the reason for this means we can say the answer evaporation. And what is the evaporation and how this evaporation is observed in different cases, that is what we have to see. So here what happens means these molecules, not only in the case of the spirit or alcohol, even in the case of the water molecules also, as we have seen regarding the wet cloths and the floor skill, what happens means when these water molecules, okay, the water molecules, when the wind is blowing or when the sunlight is, they will try to moving from one place to another place. When these molecules are moving, okay, so for example, after washing the room, we will try to switch on the fan. Okay, so these air molecules try to push the water molecules present on the surface. So because of that, those molecules will be moving. So when they are moving like this randomly from here to here like this, okay, these molecules, the bottommost molecules try to provide energy. All the moving molecules are having the kinetic energy. Okay, the molecules which are present at the bottom of this, okay, provides energy to the molecules which are on the top surface. So the molecules which are on the top surface absorb this energy from the bottom molecules and they will try to fly off. Means they will try to fly off, means jump from the surface. So while jumping, so when these molecules are ready to jump, while jumping, the atmosphere present, I mean, the molecules present in the atmosphere, like humidity, the molecules present in the atmosphere, they will try to obstruct the molecules. Even though they are trying to escape, some of these escaping molecules will be obstructed by the water molecules present in the atmosphere. So, among all those molecules, some of the molecules will be coming back to the surface again. Some of the molecules returning back to the surface because they are obstructed by the water molecules present in the atmosphere. So, if the water molecules present in the atmosphere are lesser, these molecules, number of escaping molecules will be more. Even though some of the molecules are returned back, again they will try to acquire the energy from the molecules present in the bottom of this. Again they will try to jump. Okay? Again some of the molecules will be coming. Again they observe getting the energy and trying to escape. Like this, if you observe after some time, so if you observe this clearly, this number of escaping molecules will be increasing gradually. So increase. For example, if 10 molecules are trying to fly off, 2 to 3 molecules will be returning back. This process will be continued again and again. So after some time, gradually the escaping molecule, number of escaping molecules will be more. So like this, the entire molecules will be escaped. Whenever these molecules present in the wet cloth or the surface of the floor escaped, then wet cloth becomes dry. Floor becomes dry. So this is the reason for the evaporation. Okay, so this escaping of molecules from the surface of the liquid at any temperature is nothing but the evaporation. How to define the evaporation? The process of escaping of molecules from the surface of liquid at any temperature is defined as evaporation. So what happens during evaporation? What happens to the molecules means the molecules present at the bottom of this try to provide energy to the molecules at the surface. So they will try to jump. Okay, that means these molecules present at the bottom are going to lose the energy. Okay, so as we have seen in the previous classes, the average kinetic energy of the molecules is directly proportional to the temperature. The average kinetic energy of the molecules is responsible for the temperature. As these molecules loses the energy, its temperature will be decreased. So whenever this evaporation process is going on, these molecules gradually loses their energy, so its temperature will be decreased. So finally, this becomes cool. So when you, for example, if you place 2 to 3 drops of spirit on your palm like this, we get the feeling our palm becomes colder. Because these spirit molecules will be escaped, so their energy will be decreased, so that we feel cool it is. So this evaporation is a cooling process, because during the evaporation the energy, the total average kinetic energy of the molecules and internal energy of the molecules decreases, so its temperature decreases. So evaporation is a cooling process. So very important bit regarding this. Dash is a cooling process. Evaporation is a dash process, cooling process. What is the reason for the cooling process means? During this evaporation, the energy of these molecules will be decreased, so it results in lowering of temperature, so that evaporation is a cooling process. Here, this evaporation depends on some factors. So as we have seen that, if the sunlight is more, okay, if the sunlight is more, so they will try to absorb the energy, they will try to fly off easily. They will try to escape easily. Okay, and for example, if you take 1 glass of water, if you pour the 1 glass of water on the 1 square meter surface area, okay, 100 square meter surface area, then try to pour 1 glass of water on 1 square meter area and try to pour 1 glass of water on 100 square meters area. In these two areas, in these two cases, in which case evaporation takes place? In which case these molecules escapes easily? As the surface area is more in the second case, since 100 square meters area means it is more. Okay, so the number of escaping molecules will be more here. So this evaporation depends on some factors, depends on the humidity present in the atmosphere. So if the water molecules are more, they will try to absorb the more number. They will try to absorb the more number of molecules. Okay, if the water molecules are less in the atmosphere, so they may not be able to obstruct the escaping molecules. So that escaping, I mean evaporation, takes place very easily. So this evaporation is depending on the water molecules present in the atmosphere. Okay, this evaporation is depending on the surface area of this. The surface area is more, but evaporation takes place very easily also. And this evaporation is also depending on, so already we have seen that when we dry the wet clothes, if the more wind is blowing, so evaporation also takes place very easily. So that evaporation is depending on the wind speed also. Okay, so this evaporation is depending on the temperature also. Okay, so this rate of evaporation means how fastly the evaporation is going on depends on some factors like surface area, wind speed, okay, and water molecules present in the atmosphere, nothing but the humidity. So humidity means the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere. What do you mean by humidity? The amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere is known as humidity. If the humidity is more, evaporation will be slow. That means humidity is more means more number of molecules are there in the atmosphere. So the number of escaping molecules will be decreased. So more number of molecules will be abstracted by this. So if the humidity is less, the number of escaping molecules will be more for us. So this evaporation depends on 4 factors. Okay. So what are those 4 factors? Means surface area, and humidity, and wind speed, and one more thing is temperature. What are the factors affecting the rate of evaporation means? So we can write these 4 and we can explain about these 4. And one more important thing is evaporation is a cooling process. What is the reason is during the evaporation the energy of the system decreases, lowers. It results in lowering of temperature, so that it is a cooling process. Okay, and this is about evaporation, and we can also this evaporation in the other way also. So evaporation means finally what happens with this liquid phase gets converted into gas state. Okay, the phase change from liquid to gas. Means this water will be the water vapor. Okay, the phase change from liquid to gas at any temperature is called as evaporation. Okay, so this is what we can observe in the case of evaporation. So again we have to see what is evaporation definition. The process of escaping of molecules from the surface of a liquid at any temperature is defined as evaporation. Evaporation is a cooling process. Okay, and this evaporation depends on some factors. Number 1, surface area, humidity, wind speed, temperature. Okay, so this is regarding the evaporation, and now this evaporation is also defined as the phase change from liquid to gas at any temperature is defined as evaporation. And this definition we can also, this is to some extent you may get confused here. The process of phase change from liquid to gas state, there is another name for this also, but there is a difference between this evaporation and that process, that is called boiling. You might be very familiar. So when it comes to boiling, the boiling takes place, in the boiling also phase change from liquid to gas only, but that is only at a constant temperature. The phase change from liquid to gas at a constant temperature is defined as boiling, even though the constant temperature is also 100 degrees Celsius. That is for water. Water to water vapor means. Then only boiling takes place. The constant temperature at which boiling takes place is known as boiling point. So the boiling point of the water at normal atmospheric pressure is 100 degrees Celsius. That regarding the boiling, so you will be learning so by the end of this topic itself. Okay, so now this is regarding the evaporation, and now we have to learn about the quite opposite process of evaporation. That means gas to liquid at any temperature. That is called condensation. Condensation. Here we can see another example also. for example, you try to take one glass tumbler. So this might be noticed, observed by you several times also. So if you pour some cold water or cool drink in a glass tumbler, to the most extent it will be observed by all the students. If you pour the cold water or cool drink in a glass tumbler, after some time we can notice that some of the droplets will be formed even the outside of this tumbler also. How it is possible? There is no water, cool drink is poured here, or cold water is poured inside the glass tumbler. There are no gaps for the glass tumbler. But after some time, we can observe that some droplets will be formed on the outer surface of this glass tumbler. So, what could be the reason for this? And what is which is responsible for the formation of these drops on the outer surface of the glass tumbler? In fact, what happens means, for example, when the cool drink or cold water is poured like this and when it is placed here like that, surrounding to this glass tumbler, some water molecules will be there, like the humidity, atmosphere. That amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere is equal to the humidity. The humidity will be there in everywhere, but the availability of water molecules is more or less, that is different in different places. So anyhow, some water molecules will be there. So that water molecules surrounding this, they will be moving. So while moving, if they strike the surface of this glass tumbler, okay, as the cold water or cool drink which is cool is available here, when they strike this surface of the glass tumbler, due to that coldness, they will try to, the molecules, surrounding molecules try to lose their energy to this surface, to the molecules of the glass tumbler. Understand? While moving, as it is cool, while moving, if they strike this glass tumbler, they will try to lose their energy to the glass tumbler. That means since it is cool. So already we have seen, whenever you touch a cold body, what happens here? Heat flow takes place from our body to that body. So here, if you feel cool means heat flow takes place, we lose the heat energy. So that's why even here, similarly here also, whenever these molecules move, when they strike this glass tumbler, they lose the heat energy. Okay, so that heat energy lost by the surrounding molecules will be gained by the molecules of the glass tumbler. After that, from the molecules of the glass tumbler, that energy will be transferred to the water molecules. So whenever the energy of the surrounding molecules decreases, okay, they will be trying to come close together in the form of a small droplets. When their energy decreases, they will be trying to come close together so that they will be forming small droplets. Because of that reason, some small droplets will be formed outer surface. So these droplets are nothing but the water molecules present in the outside of the surroundings. As their energy is decreased, so they will be forming like a small droplets on this. So what happens to the energy lost by the water molecules, surrounding molecules? Okay, that will be absorbed by the glass molecules, and then from the glass molecules to that is transferred to the water molecules. As a result, the average kinetic energy of the water molecules increases. So finally here we feel hot to some extent, and this process is known as condensation. This process is known as condensation. Here the phase change takes place from gas to liquid. In the surroundings, they will be before this incident, so they will be in the form of droplets. In the form of gas state. But whenever their energy is lowered, so they will be trying to form like small droplets. And this process is called condensation. So the phase change from gas to liquid at any temperature is known as condensation, as their energy is decreased and that energy is transferred to the glass molecules, again from the glass molecules to water molecules. So finally this will be hot to some extent. So that condensation is a warming process. Condensation is a warming process. So we have seen the reason also for this. What is the reason for the warming process of the condensation? Because so after completing the process, the average kinetic energy of the molecules seen in the glass tumbler increased. That is observed by the surrounding molecules. From the surrounding molecules to glass molecules to water molecules. so that their temperature will be increased. So condensation is a warming process. Okay, so even in general in our daily life also, so while bathing inside the bathroom, after completing the bathing, while drying our skin with a towel, we feel hot. So what is the reason here means the number of water molecules present inside the bathroom will be more than the outside the bathroom. Okay, so when the molecules are moving, when they when they strike our body, they will lose their energy. That energy will be transferred to our body. So when you dry yourself, condensation takes place. That's why, as the condensation is a warming process, so we feel hot. That is the reason, and this is about the condensation. Okay, and condensation is a warming process, evaporation is a cooling process. Okay. Here during the evaporation, the energy of the system decreases, so it results in lower in the temperature. So that evaporation is a cooling process. But during the condensation, the energy of the system increases, it results in increase in the temperature. So condensation is a warming process. So right. So now in addition to this evaporation and the condensation, so we have learned one more term here. That's what humidity. What is humidity? The amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere is called humidity. Sometimes it may be noticed by you also during the winter, especially if the temperature levels falls down. Okay, so what happens to these water droplets present in the atmosphere? As we have seen in the case of condensation, that the water droplets present in the atmosphere, so they will, if the temperature levels falls down, so they will be coming close together. They will be forming like a small droplets. During the winter time, winter nights, you can observe that some window surfaces, window panes, and even on the grass, leaves, on the surface of the leaves, some water droplets will be formed. So when you try to observe this in the morning, you can notice that some of the droplets. So how these droplets are formed? If the temperature levels falls down, the humidity present in the atmosphere, water molecules present in the atmosphere comes close together. They will be forming like the small droplets while falling like that. So they will be falling on the window pans or grass or leaves like that. Okay, so these droplets formed on the surface of the window panes, grass, leaves is known as dew. This is called dew. What is dew means? The water droplets condensed on the window panes or grass or leaves is known as dew. Still, if the temperature levels falls down, sometimes we may observe that some kind of snow is available in the atmosphere. So what is the reason for this snow? How it is falling down directly? Still, if the temperature levels falls down, okay, some dust particles will be present in the atmosphere also. So as the temperature levels will be falling down, so they have to, all these water droplets will be formed like a small droplets, and the droplets will be falling down. While falling down, as the dust particles are present, the dust particles are surrounded by these droplets. The entire process results like a snow. Okay, it restricts the visibility also. It will be like a thick mist. That thick mist which restricts the visibility is called fog. What do you mean by fog? The thick mist which restricts the visibility is called fog. Okay, so condensation process takes place during this dew and fog. So in this class here we have seen what is evaporation, what is condensation, and humidity, dew and fog. So regarding these terms, you need to go through the textbook. Okay, each and everything you can go through that, and the important definitions, these things you can underline from the textbook also, right?